viewers do we have? Like 2? 7? Oh well. Okay. Big crowd tonight.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. Is your mic on? Is your mic on?
Still muted.
Go, we're live. Alright, how's it going, folks? Got some matches of Hearthstone for you, some exhibitions. We have exactly 3 games well, 3 best of 5s we're going to play tonight. So first up, we're going to have Stevie versus Solseeker for our first match. We'll get to that in just a moment. Still setting up. As long as you're patient, be right underway. No, they know who I am.
Alright, hello everyone, this is Rich Shaw. I'm going to be co-starring. We are setting up everything. The players are in the lobby, we're just waiting for the go. And we will be with you in 1 second.
Or maybe like 10, 30. Say like a solid 30 seconds. Got Rain Man sending us a little message.
Alright, and we're going to be getting into game 1 of Stevie versus Solseeker. Let's see. We have Stevie on Warlock and Solseeker on Paladin. The 3 classes that they will have available are, for Stevie, we have Warrior, Hunter, and Warlock, and for Solseeker, Solseeker will be bringing Mage, Pally, and Shaman. Should be, yeah. Yeah. I have them added, so that should. Yeah, otherwise.
So it looks like we have some sort of zoo variant here. The Defender of Argus tells me it's more of a like low to the ground aggressive build. Maybe not running any void colors. Probably void colors, but appears we need some setup time. Maybe Stevie had the wrong deck, but we'll get that sorted out right quick.
Like the stream isn't delayed.
Oh, well,
his hand is visible.
Well, that would be problematic now, wouldn't it be? We're gonna have to change that.
Can we increase the delay?
Oh, we would do that through Twitch. Okay. Do I increase stream delay? How's that sound? Is it too loud?
I'm gonna give him the go ahead.
And want some delay.
Change the door.
I don't think I know how to do that.
There is a general delay, but I think we're good to go since we're gonna see both hands anyway. So
Are you sure?
Yeah. If anyone's, I just talked to them. If anyone's cheating, like it's over anyway.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I guess we'll just let's get into the game. As soon as All right. Sorry about that, folks. Just clarifying. But, that's fine. Okay, so
Getting back into it, we have the Warlock and Paladin matchup again.
so like I said before, definitely looks like pretty standard Zulok. It's a shame we can't see what the Paladin's mulliganing, but we should be able to see the hand post mulligan. Sounds right. This looks like a pretty decent hand. The Voidwalker is definitely gonna shore up some aggression here, but might be because they're not nearby.
Yeah. That's unfortunate, but it seems everyone's going to be going on playing as it is, so
Okay.
we'll cast from here. Fairly standard starts coming out from
So
both
that was
sides.
a pretty effective Void Caller off of that Direwolf Alpha.
Gets a nice trade in on the Knife Juggler. Gonna free up.
Solid 2 for 1. Question is, do you run the dog into one of the guys?
Don't have enough time to ask. Looks like you don't.
I think you just
So with 4 mana here, Paladin's gonna be looking. What is the Paladin looking for in this scenario to snowball this board?
Probably Kings to get the board going. Owl's also
Owl is
okay.
a decent play here.
Does not change the overall attack of the Imp Gang boss, but it does prevent any sort of shenanigans going on with imps off of the 1/1s.
Yeah.
More imps off of the 1/1s.
And it definitely frees up the ability to go face there by protecting the 1/1 Silver Hands.
That is a brutal draw. Oh, is he gonna miss the point of damage? Oh, it looks like he is. Still not bad. The question is, yeah, it looks like you coin Creeper here.
Yeah.
So
really important draw
for the Demon Wrath, but that was still a very timely draw.
A very, very fortunate draw off the top to get back on in front, ahead on the board.
Yeah, the silence on the Imp Gang boss is kind of brutal.
It's looking all the more smarter now.
Yeah. All the more smarter.
Yeah.
Alright, well, here we have yet another muster for battle. So we'll see how Stevie handles this. Probably not with the Doom card.
I would not Doomguard while holding what he's holding right now.
So you will probably see him try to empty out the hand to make the Doomguard as clean as possible. It's a shame that wasn't something like a Harvest Golem or another Imp Gang boss. That would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
I think Implosion, honestly, would not have even been that bad in that scenario.
Yeah, I could definitely see
the opposing 1/1s. You kill one more, so even if Quartermaster happens this turn, it's only 1/3/3 against a board of a bunch of 1/1s.
Yeah,
and the 2/3.
absolutely. Applying enough power to protect in case.
Yeah, this looks like a Hammer of Wrath to the face. I like your style.
Okay.
That's killed me way too many times. Just Hammer of Wrath into Hammer of Wrath. Late game against a Paladin. Just
Well,
it's really tilting, honestly. One of the most tilting things you can do is just get double Hammer of Wrath to death.
yeah, especially since most decks won't even run 2 of them.
That's true, yeah, you usually only
You're
see
just
it as
very
one
disappointed. Stevie filling his board,
Mm-hmm.
applying pressure while supplying the taunts to protect his own face, which at about 14 health
Seems like the thing to do.
seems the thing to do.
Uh,
When you're playing Warlock, what health are you really looking for when you start thinking like, oh, I need to protect my face, like my health is getting too low?
well, against Paladin, that's the scary thing. It can be at any point, really, because Paladin has so many swingy cards, like Blessing of Kings and True Silver Champion, that just present such a quick clock that you really have to be playing to the board as best you can as the Warlock to, preserve your momentum going into the late game.
Right.
To prevent, those sort of, tempo swing plays from happening.
Yeah.
Like here, Blessing of Kings would be pretty brutal, but this appears to be, the Eboladin style Paladin sort of thing. I would expect the Consecration or something of the like here. But no.
Judging by the face swing, Consecration is not the likely play. Oh.
Does not seem like it.
No.
Okay. Question is, I don't think you can really afford to tap here. That is pretty good.
Well,
the question is,
does the game entirely change based off of what we're about to see? That's the new question.
I think so. The real question is, does Stevie know the interaction between Implosion or any sort of damage and Divine Shield? And it appears he does. Doesn't want to go for the Knife Juggler. Interesting.
I believe that's the most interesting choice there. I don't believe that he's missed it.
It appears
but
he thinks he doesn't need it.
Yeah.
I think it makes sense, actually, to do that. But at the same time,
well,
it's a lot of damage.
It is a lot of
just
damage.
The 2 juggles off of the Implosion for 2.
Yeah.
Still really gross.
Almost entirely justifying playing the minion in case of a Consecration.
Oh, I think so, absolutely. Because you clear the board, you deal more damage to face, you deal, 1 more, and you kill the 1/1, so you put him to 11. He consecrates, he hits your 2/1, he goes to 9, so then Doomguard's a 2-turn clock. Whereas here, you have something like this happening. And okay, I guess he's just gonna crack for 8, and he's got Power Overwhelming Doomguard, so that's 9 points of from the hand.
That will be the first game.
Should be it. He even gets to show off the Golden Knife Juggler that he didn't play last turn. Excellent posthumous BM. All right, so that's game 1 to Stevie. So, what were the other decks lined up, you said? From Solseeker.
From Solseeker, he will have all 3 available. His Paladin, his Mage, and his...
Oh, the deck that wins is...
The deck that wins
X.
is eliminated. Okay. You must win with all 3 decks in order to win the match.
So what does Stevie have left? You said...
Stevie now has Hunter and Warrior available.
Hunter and Warrior. Okay. Hunter and Warrior into... You said Paladin... Interesting. So do we know what kind of warrior it is? Because this is definitely... I would say the patron matchup is a lot easier for the... Or if you're playing against the Rush Paladin.
Right. Well, I'm not... I do have to admit, I did not intensively look at all the deck lists. I didn't have a lot of time to do so.
That's fine. Well, no, just
we'll probably know by
to
mulligan stage.
postulate, yeah. It's interesting though to note that if it is warrior, the control warrior and the patron warrior decks actually share so many cards. Oftentimes, you can't tell until you see like the
Warsong Commander,
the Sludge Belcher.
Yeah.
Because now
Harrison Jones definitely
Harrison Jones can go actually in either deck. I've played plenty of Patron Warrior featuring the one tech card of Harrison Jones as opposed to Lotheb, and it's very good when Patron is the best deck. Okay, so all right, very clearly control warrior here from Stevie, featuring the Golden Baron Geddon. There we go.
There we go.
Excellent. Okay.
Thankfully, someone was able to inform me of how to do it, and what we need is permission from both players in order to spectate both hands.
Well, there you go.
Now we do,
Okay.
and now we see, although one's upside down, but we'll make do from here.
Wow, great hand from Stevie. Although one not. Oh wow, that Annoyatron.
That looks very important based on what we can see.
Yeah, definitely. So Annoyatron into Flametongue Totem seems to be what's happening here.
Yeah. Okay.
Question is, I think you definitely just axe this turn 2.
Yeah.
I think you just trade the axe into the Annoyatron.
I could see it.
It is an Annoyatron, you do have to punch through it eventually.
Yes. There's also some merit into thinking of Coin Acolyte, because you only see the 1 power minion.
Mm-hmm.
You're not sure what the opponent's holding. You're thinking, maybe I can get more and more cards off of it.
That's true. But I think with Thaurissan in your hand, you definitely want to be saving the coin. And this play is definitely very weak to Flametongue Totem. Although it's not miserably weak to Flametongue Totem, because you do have the axe to clear out the resultant 3-2. You do draw a card. It's not too bad.
Well, let's see what we get off of this.
Alright, well, Dr. Boom is a real card, so that was not a bad draw. Alright. Because now the thing is, you do have to access anyway. You do expose yourself to things like, like rolling Stoneclaw Totem. And basically at that point, you kind of just have to shield slam that and just kill the Flametongue Totem. See, like right now.
Like right now, this
maybe
is coming up very well.
Off the top.
Bash off the top would have done it. Slam, for example, would have done it.
Yeah, you pretty much. Well, if you had Slam, you could go Slam and then Cruel Task the Flametongue Totem.
Yeah.
I think you definitely just Shield Slam there. Because you need to clear this board. You need to get everything off the board as soon as you can, as quickly and frequently as you can. Get them off the board.
And as we see coming out of Solseeker's draw, pulls out the Piloted Treader.
Yeah, Piloted Treader.
Just in time.
It's a great draw right here, because he's not doing too much with this. Ooh, alright, that is also very good. So I think
that could be very important right now.
I think you definitely kill the Flametongue Totem first, though. No, oh no. Because think about how many bad rolls there are off of that. There's... Alright, well that's not too bad.
Well, he didn't get punished for it, so at the very least there's that.
Yeah. Like you think about
there's enough of a chance where you want to order it correctly, but it is small.
Yeah, there's...
But
what?
You
There's
never want to... You
three
definitely
2-mana
never...
taunts, right?
I believe there's 4.
There's 4. Well, there you go.
It's definitely a scenario you don't want to put yourself in.
Absolutely not.
If it's avoidable. And in this case, it didn't bite him.
Yeah. What's the 4th I'm not thinking of? I know there's Robocub, Frostwolf Grunt, Annoyatron.
It isn't Unstable Ghoul?
Yes, there you go.
Yes.
So question.
So
here.
now, looks like Stevie has a bunch of luxury picks right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Who would he like to play?
Well, there's definitely... Trueheart is a pretty safe pick, but I think you just definitely clear the whole board there and play the Thaurissan. Although I guess whatever happens to clear the Thaurissan happens. and that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
At the same time, you know, it's good that you play that on turn 6, going into your opponent's turn 7.
Yeah.
Prevents something from like Dr. Boom from happening. Because you definitely just can't slam Boom in the face of a Thorson. Thorson is way more powerful as a card.
Yeah. And
100%.
it leaves a scenario where the decision comes in like, do I think his hand's good enough where I just apply this pressure? Or
Yeah.
do I take the risk that he's holding a bunch of cheap cards where it might not even matter if he gets the second?
And that's a really
yeah.
risky Earthshock in my opinion. I don't think that's worth it at all. Since you present the Sylvanas, like,
which could easily just trade with the new 5/4 body.
Yeah.
And
well, it's 5/5, so
Yep.
you know, there's not much to do there. Like, you can't play something and kill the Sylvanas and risk losing your Thorson. And I honestly think, like, I think either Boom or Justicar is like very good here. Honestly, even Justicar is insane because you can Justicar, Hero Power, you can kill anything he plays next turn.
Let's not forget that if he's feeling
also very good.
greedy, the fact that he got the charge off of Thorson gives him the chance to bring out this combo a little bit early.
Yeah, Coda Rider is one of those underplayed cards in my opinion. It's very powerful. You know, it's a Kodo and he rides stuff. He brings out more Kodos.
Yeah.
So we're looking at a total board clear here, right?
I would have to imagine that there's.
I think this Dr. Boom is just getting executed to Kingdom Come.
Yeah.
So it's weird because you can armor up first to get the extra Kodo.
Right.
For better odds that your Kodo Rider lives. But then, yeah, see. But since you're playing Warrior, you usually want to armor up after you attack things, so you stack the armor. Okay, that's interesting, too. Wow. The Kodo Rider exactly died. That's pretty funny.
Amazing, actually. The odds of that were fairly low.
So then, that really only leaves you with Justicar or Sylvanas, and I think, yeah, Justicar is just the way to go.
Yeah, there's simply no reason to play.
Slam in your hand. It's
no reason to play. Yeah, no reason to play Sylvanas on what's effectively an empty board.
Yeah. And Baron Geddon is pretty much a hard lock against Shaman too. Clears out every totem every turn.
Solseeker here has a couple of choices, but none of them seem very appealing.
Yeah, you honestly might want to just Bloodlust and get stuff off the board, but at the same time, there aren't too many draws you have that are winning you the game at this point.
Yeah, it's a bad scenario because you have to spend a consistent source of damage.
Yeah.
And this source of damage is basically your way in to finish this game because you're behind on cards. Let's see.
If you're crackling there.
I certainly don't disagree with the crackle there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of power to take off the board.
Unstable Ghoul. Oh, that's some sweet tech for the Control Warrior. I like that. You got your Baron Geddon, you got your Unstable Ghoul. Kill everything, you know?
Yeah.
Oh man, Justicar next to Baron Geddon is even better too, because you still go up to armor every turn anyway. So
understandably putting the pressure to the face.
Definitely, you just played Dr. Boom. There's not too much your opponent can do to get out of this. I mean, Bloodlust definitely eats up this Dr. Boom pretty... Actually, not even very cleanly. Well, actually, he can Bloodlust and Rockbiter the 1/1, and then run the 2/1 into the 3/4, but, you know.
Yeah.
How are you winning this game, then?
Exactly.
Actually, how much damage does he have?
Doesn't seem to be quite enough due to the fact that he has 9 mana from the Overload.
Yeah, the Rockbiter would actually represent a lot of damage there. It would represent 6.
It would represent 6.
On top of the Bloodlust representing 9.
9.
So he'd have 15. which is not the worst, but if Stevie doesn't kill him here and doesn't clear the board, we might see a loss. I mean, yeah,
I at this point it seems that, oh my,
yeah,
that's an interesting
that's
draw.
some spicy tech right there.
But yeah, at this point it seems
Did he?
it seems that
Did he miss lethal?
Hmm?
Did he miss lethal? He might have actually. Because you play the Baron
Yeah,
Geddon,
he might
you
have.
just swing face, and then the Geddon has like a pretty good chance of just killing. Well, that
Okay.
is,
This
that's
could be a big
real
spell
draw.
swing,
Oh,
and
the
well,
Grommash ruining everything.
as he very frequently
It's
does.
true. You know, Grommash is actually one of the most anxious legendaries. He even says it when he comes in, I can wait no longer. And there he is. There he is! He absolutely cannot wait. I think you ultimate BM, yeah. You definitely finish him with the
The
Baron
Golden
Geddon
Geddon.
deck.
The Golden Baron Geddon takes that game.
From the opening hand? No, he mulliganed.
I believe he got that on turn 2.
Yeah. Alright, so Stevie's making a pretty clean sweep through this best of 5.
Yep, that leaves Stevie with only his Hunter deck.
Only with his Hunter deck against
Against
Shaman,
Paladin, and Mage.
Honestly, I like his odds. He only has to beat one of those decks. Those are probably all actually pretty good matchups. Maybe the Paladin being not too tremendous, but it's not even Secret Paladin, which is a lot harder to deal with because the aggro Paladin pretty much plays exactly like Face Hunter,
Right.
but it's just worse. Like the hero power is slower in clocking your opponent.
Right. But that does leave a little bit more consistent board pressure.
It's true, but you do have things like Unleash the Hounds,
Of course.
Knife Juggler.
Of course.
Although maybe Stevie doesn't like playing Knife Juggler into spells that generate a bunch of 1/1s, as we saw. But
It's possible.
it's possible. I think I'd definitely rather be Stevie going into this third game, pretty much regardless of the matchup.
Certainly. You don't want to be behind.
Yeah, I think the only terrible matchup I would say is like Freeze Mage or Dragon Mage off of Solseeker.
Yeah.
Things that, like a deck that could just like put up a huge amount of defense and stall off the Hunter aggression.
Well, from what we see from the beginning of Mulligan, we can't tell much about the Mage deck itself.
I don't know, that's looking pretty much like a dead giveaway for Tempo Mage. Or maybe not. Well, there you go. Kel'Thuzad and Lothar.
Interesting.
Who knew? You know, as they say,
That gives me
Kel'Thuzad. Wow, alright, Sludge Belcher. Alright.
gives me a single idea as to what deck it is, but I'd be very surprised to see that is in fact the deck type he's playing.
Yeah, I would guess at this point it's Echo Mage,
Precisely.
but that is yet to be seen.
Looking at Stevie's hand, we have a couple of staples, but
Yeah.
most notably, double web spinner.
Yeah, Double Web Spinner is really not that bad. It pretty much, ooh, I don't know about that.
I can't say I agree with it.
But hey, when you roll Ragnaros off of your unstable portal, sometimes
Sometimes you
things
just
work
have to
out.
do it. Sometimes you just have to get Ragnaros, you know?
Yeah. So you definitely.
I don't think he'll be complaining with that one.
I don't think so either. I think probably 4 Ragnaros is pretty okay.
Let's see what we have here.
So where do you think this bow goes? I'm pretty sure you just knock. Ooh,
Ooh,
actually,
interesting.
dude,
That may change things.
yeah, that does change some things.
Definitely the time to be
Oh,
playing.
that is brutal. You see that flame cannon draw? It does prevent the.
It does prevent. Well, it does prevent board.
Well, more importantly, it prevents the turn 5, or the turn 4 Lotheb that Stevie doesn't know about from happening.
True.
But
Very true.
he just gets to go bow, hit you.
Yep.
Play web spinner,
Does opt for
which
the web
is
spinner.
a very mana efficient turn, whereas
Very mana efficient, and
Solseeker pretty much just goes paying pass.
And we can see what Stevie want. Oh,
Ooh,
well.
Wow, we're getting a lot of exciting rolls.
We are having the heavy hitters come out.
The question is, do you play Lotheb here just to get on the board? And you have to think about like what that leaves you with. I think, realistically,
It's an odd scenario because you will only have the one minion you can play next. Optimally, the one minion you want to play next turn.
yeah, I think realistically, you probably just want to be getting in there with the Ardent Horseman as soon as you can, as early and as often as you can.
Yeah.
Did you manage to see what 3-drop that was from the mage? It looks like Kirin Tor Mage.
Kirin Tor Mage.
Polymorph 4. That is also a card.
That is
I
also
think
a
you just
card.
slam the rack here, right? There's no way you don't.
There's no way you don't.
It's like
What-
50-50 just to kill
Like
the
what?
Lotheb and then
What
keep
secret
going.
could stop it? What?
Snipe?
Snipe's not killing that. And
Alright, well,
he gets the roll for the 50.
That's a game.
This is gonna get. This is tough.
That's pretty real though. I mean, you do get to play the Belcher, and you even get to buff it too.
Yeah.
I like it.
I like a buffed Belcher here as well.
Yeah. Although you do get the response, Dr. Boom. Oh, even pops the Divine Shield. Just nothing going the right way.
Everything just seems to be going weird in this.
Yeah, everything's
this
just
last
coming up
third game.
Solseeker this game. Oh, and he draws the. Oh my god.
Well,
The only better card to draw there would have been like Flame Waker. Oh no. He's getting freezing trapped.
oh,
That was a big mistake.
that's gonna be tough.
The Boombot hits face for 1. Of
course.
Still pretty gross. He already used the polymorph.
Yeah.
What was the polymorph on?
It was on Dr. Boom
Dr.
himself.
Boom, that's right.
So there's very few targets you'd rather hit with it.
Yeah.
Second Belcher off the top.
Yeah, it's not actually looking that good at this point.
This is a tough scenario, especially after that swing. Now he doesn't have that minion protecting his face from the
Yeah.
6/5.
Well, the thing is, there's a King Crush coming next turn.
Nobody knows that. I don't even think Stevie knows he
Well,
wants to play that yet.
If he just goes play Sludge Belcher, if this Ragnaros hits the Savannah Hymen, then we have a completely different game. But it hits that, and that hits that. Okay, that's a little different, but maybe I don't think there's a world you want to just play Ram Wrangler here. I think you want to.
I think he wants a second King Crush. Okay.
Is that right?
I don't know.
Well, because now you're completely exposed to like things like Flame Strike. Pretty brutal. You can't play Unleash the Hounds here because you just pretty much lose then.
Yeah, you put yourself in a slightly.
Actually, that's not even really true because you do have King Crush, which is charging 8/8. Let's
Yes.
be real here.
A charging 8/8 that puts the 8 damage right to the face immediately, provided nothing's in the way.
Mhm.
And you'd have to imagine that even if he does put the taunt down, that's going to be most of his. That's going to be almost all of his turn.
Mhm.
In fact, looking at his hand now, that is his entire turn. You get the ping, but
Yeah. Well, the ping is actually pretty important because you do get to kill one of the Spectral Spiders after you Flame Strike.
this is true.
Gives you a 50-50 to just clear the board. And last turn, I like playing the 7 mana Sludge Belcher, just so you can go Sludge Belcher, Anti-heal
Sludge
bot,
Belcher
turn
Heal
10.
Bot, turn 10, yes.
Alright, that
Okay.
is pretty important because now he's dead. Well, yeah, no. Well, he's effectively dead.
Well, yeah. It's gonna be tough.
Opting not to play the King Crush there and just jam him for
Interesting.
8. I like it. Just
yeah. Seeing that many cards, you have to be thinking, like, what could he possibly be holding?
Oof. Alright, the Loatheb here is actually very good.
It may not be that Sludge Belcher, but it is definitely enough pressure to, like,
Definitely
stave off.
Oh, alright, well. I think you still just unleash and. Alright. Well.
Now where does King Crush go?
I clearly don't understand this game because that's another freezing trap, isn't that? Yeah, so he has to kill this heal bot or this attack is just bunk. But the thing is now, if he just...
Now that leaves Ragnaros available to win the game, more or less.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, you can't
wait.
health is out here. That's just so bad. It's really just play the Sludge Belcher, ping the 1-1, say go. You might even pop the freezing trap on your Loatheb, so you get another Loatheb turn.
Yeah.
And it takes like another dog off the battlefield. Because realistically what's happening is Stevie's probably going to have Knife Juggler, Unleash, Hero Power.
Yep.
And if that kills... Okay, Effigy is also very good.
Effigy is a very good play here. I actually didn't see that right away.
He also notably drew the second Flame Strike, so he could have actually just Flame Strike ping the King Crush.
It was certainly an option.
Certainly an option. Yeah, I definitely like attacking with the Loatheb.
Yep. I agree. You don't want
to just to play around Unleash the Hounds, and that is an interesting place for that to go. I want to say it's over.
It's
because you start off with the kill command, right? You start off kill commanding the Sludge Belcher.
Right. That's what I'm seeing, and then
you Knife Juggler Unleash.
Right.
It's 2 dogs, 2 juggles.
Plus the hero power.
It does.
But let's not forget about the effigy. Let's see what comes out of that.
The thing is, Stevie doesn't know that's effigy.
That's very true.
I mean, if it were Owl instead of another Unleash the Hounds, this is a completely different game.
Yes.
Fang Creeper.
Let's see what this gets him. Okay.
Actually, that effigy, I think, just killed him. Depending on how these juggles go. Oh yeah, no, you actually have to do that. That's right.
Yeah,
Oh no, that's the game. Solseeker's got it with the Flame Strike. That's it.
Yeah.
As long as he sees it. I mean, it's pretty hard not to see, though. You just kill the board, and then what does Ragnaros have to hit?
It looks like it. Looks like he's got it.
Guess we're going to Game 4. He's even got the BM Mirror Entity. Not that Stevie knows.
Yep.
See that? He's Portal. Bring another win to the table for Mage.
Unstable Portal. I believe it was Raynad himself who said that there's basically just a 30% chance that you just win the game by playing that card.
And the downside is really nothing because it's a 2-mana spell.
Yeah.
It
fits in the curve. It fits in the curve very nicely.
Yeah. It's really just gross. And it reduces the mana cost by 2, by costing 2. It's... Oh man. What a rush. Alright, so Solseeker takes a game.
Solseeker takes game 3. puts the score to 2-1. Stevie over Solseeker as of right now.
Mhm.
Stevie's still stuck on his Hunter.
Still stuck on Hunter.
Seeker with the
Shaman and Paladin left.
Shaman and Paladin
And we've
left.
seen both of those decks.
We have seen both of the decks. Seemed like a pretty standard mid-range Shaman.
I would argue it looks a little more aggressive.
That's fair.
Honestly,
I can see it.
things like Bloodlust looking to
True.
close out the game very quickly. Didn't see any TGT cards like Tuskar Totemic, but I can't imagine you'd want to play it first into Hunter. Like, that's got to be such a bad matchup if you don't draw the.
All right, getting in
Healing.
game number 4.
All right, so Solseeker did decide to go with the Paladin. I think that makes a lot of sense. I can't really imagine that entire hand looks any good. This looks pretty much like the nut draw, though, for the Hunter.
Yeah, this is what Hunter is looking for all the time.
Yeah.
If you have Web Spinner, maybe you want Web Spinner, but you really will never complain with this hand.
I don't think so. I think you just really want to get
On the other side,
That's
Paladin
true.
looks very happy too.
Do have that, but it pretty much gets dumped on by this
Oh,
Haunted Creeper. and the Knife Juggler.
absolutely.
So you just point out the Haunted Creeper.
Absolutely,
And
absolutely.
that's
There's very few options to deal with a really good Hunter hand like this.
Yeah. I mean, something like an Owl would be excellent, but you pretty much just are forced into going face here as the Paladin.
Yeah, it seems so.
It's pretty dirty.
Yeah.
So it's a 50-50 twice. So 1 and 4 that the 2-1 lives. 50-50. And hey!
There it is. There's the
Esports.
25.
Look at that.
Oh man.
All right, so
This is the game we play.
this is the game we play.
That is an
imagine-
unfortunate draw
Yeah.
for Solseeker here.
I
I
do
can't.
kind of just have to. I think you really just have to start cycling cards to these divine favors. I don't think I agree with that. but-
Interesting. I personally would have never went for that, leaving a Knife Juggler open when your entire board is likely going to be 1/1 minions.
Yeah, I mean he does have the equality to fall back on, and there's the owl.
There's the
A
owl,
little
just
too late.
tad too late. And well, what do you do in this scenario?
Yeah, I really don't know. I think you just
It seems like to me you need to just try to put something on the board, like put the owl down, get the hero power out, and hope one thing sticks and work from there.
yeah, that's really what it looks like. But you know, the Hunter gets so many good trades here. It's really just gross. He honestly could have just gone for the Houndmaster in the face of the freshly played owl,
Yeah.
but he's probably just gonna kill it.
Mhm.
It's a shame that he leaves it up since it dies to this
Blessing of Might
Blessing
here
of
work.
Might, but you're so far ahead in the damage race.
Exactly. And you're going to continue putting that pressure on, whereas Paladin has to do it from the board for the most part.
Yeah, it's pretty much over because
It is a tough scenario to come back from right now.
Because when your opponent's at 15 on your turn 4, you pretty much just go count 5, count 5, count 5. That's it. So he opted for this play, which does look a little bit better. Yeah, you do. I think you just do it. In the
Yeah,
words of
I would
Shia LaBeouf
agree.
himself.
I would agree because that frees up that extra card for your seemingly dead Divine Favors.
Yeah.
And you need to dig. You need to dig something out of your deck.
Yeah, you need to dig for like consecration or things like that. Muster for battle doesn't really get the job done because you're just taking too much damage. You need things like
Yeah.
Holy Light really to make up for like this deficit.
Yeah. You need Holy Light. You need...
You definitely don't attack face there
You
after playing a Muster for battle.
Alright. It seems to me that he's
He's
more
probably
or
just
less
giving up, yeah.
accepted that he's very far behind a Hunter.
Mhm.
And he knows his deck better than we do.
It's true. He might get 2 target dummies here, but
That's highly unlikely.
yeah. About as unlikely and high as this high main is, and unlikely to be played this turn.
And it looks like that's going to be the set.
Yep.
Set goes to Stevie over Solseeker.
3-1.
3-1.
Not bad at all. Definitely a lot of interesting card decisions and some interesting plays made. And I'm pretty pleased with the amount of gold cards we're seeing on these games. There's that golden Baron-Geddon. It's pretty sweet. You know, he must have opened that because that's 6,400 gold or 6,400 dust to make that.
And let's not forget the guest appearance from Solseeker's own.
Yep.
Substitute Ragnaros.
Substitute Ragnaros. The
temp Ragnaros coming in,
earning
his pay.
Spread out over your first 5 turns.
Yeah.
Seems pretty good. You know, it's interesting when you play a 5-mana creature or minion that just deals 8 damage to a thing every turn. It's surprising how effective that is at winning games.
Not to mention how long it was able to last.
Yeah, it lasted, I think, 6 turns, which it dealt 48 damage then.
Yes, that's correct. Well, it dealt -8. It dealt 40 damage because it did hit a Divine Shield.
That's true. Well, yeah, but it
dealt anywhere from 1 to infinite amounts of damage.
Sure, but
But yeah, that's insane amounts of value.
Real work in that game, and it was really just crazy roll off that unstable portal.
All right, so we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break, get everything ready, play a song for you guys in the meantime, and we will be right back with more Hearthstone.
Yep, be right back. Stay tuned.